Welcome to the birth of the I Trust You movement. I'm just about to leave in 10 minutes where I'm going to meet Nick and Dan in Times Square, and we are going to film the first experiment with the I Trust You shirt and hug people, and I'm excited. Okay, my loves, this was the first ever I Trust You family meetup here in London. It was amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who came and supported right in front of the Buckingham Palace. And I'm basically just super excited. It was super cool.
18th of June 2016.
I don't know what to say. I'm just happy. Yeah, so I had my wake-up call a few years ago that led me to quitting my super safe, well-paying job in corporate IT, and I just decided to give up everything, have no income, live off my savings, travel the world as a nomad, and call myself a happiness researcher. So I traveled the world for a whole year interviewing millionaires, homeless people, anyone that I would meet along my travels on what is happiness to you? What drives you? What is your spark of life? Why are you here? And along the way, I realized that one of the biggest things that we are missing in the world right now is connection, is trust, is actually being felt and seen by others. And at times when I was traveling, especially in big cities, I would feel super lonely and I would feel super disconnected. And I went on this Tinder and Bumble rabbit hole where I went up to 5 dates in one day. And it's not like I was trying to make out with people or sleep with them or anything. I just wanted to hang out. I just wanted to be seen. I just wanted to express my ideas and thoughts and feelings. And I just knew that there must be a really, really simple way to bring us closer together. Now that we're spending more and more time on our phones, I spend 8 hours a day on my phone. That's just crazy. That's even more than I sleep. And I was like, well, I want more opportunities to actually just say hello to somebody and not look like a crazy person. To walk up to someone in a cafe and say, hey, you actually look really interesting and I just want to know your story. And so I was in New York City and suddenly it just hit me. I got the download, I got the insight. I was like, what if there was a shirt that when you saw anyone wearing it, you could just go up to that person and hug them? Because physical contact, hugs, that's the ultimate connection. You can immediately feel someone's energy. Who are you? How comfortable are you with yourself? Are you down to actually feel me, to be present with me? And so I created this movement, I Trust You. It took me 7 days from the moment I got these downloads, the moment I had the idea, till I was standing in Times Square, New York, with Nick Onken, the celebrity photographer and filmmaker that I by chance just met. Like, I was invited to a meeting where he was there. He did the logo. He donated it to us completely for free. I mean, he's shot people like Justin Bieber and Jessica Alba. And there he was 7 days after my idea, filming me blindfolded in Times Square, New York, and capturing what it was like to actually connect with people. Hundreds of people were coming to hug me. I was doing the I Trust You experiment, which is where you blindfold yourself and you have a sign that says, I trust you, do you trust me? Give me a hug. And so he was there to capture this amazing moment. It was 7 days after the idea. Literally the first I Trust You shirts, the prototypes, were delivered into Times Square. That's how last minute everything was. That's how long the printing took from when we finally got the logo done. And as I was doing the experiment, there was a girl, her name is Brittany, and she stood back and waited till we were done with the whole thing. It took like an hour. And she was there with her whole family and she was like, I want that shirt. I want to buy that shirt. She didn't even know that we had more. She didn't even know that it was for sale. She just wanted it because she felt the connection to this movement and how powerful it is. And so we sold our first I Trust You shirt on the street to Brittany while we only had 6 prototypes in Times Square, New York. And that's when I knew that people realized how important this is, that this is so needed in the world, because that we are craving for connection and we are craving for just a reason to just be like, hey, I see you. I want to talk to you. There's no agenda, there's no reason other than just finding out more and living in my highest curiosity. And so from that journey, a long time has passed. This was 2.5 years ago where I first created I Trust You, where it was born off the idea of interaction and just a t-shirt. And I knew that there was more. I knew that there was so much more to come, but I couldn't see it yet because I needed to become the person that was skilled enough, powerful enough, strong enough, smart enough to actually launch what the hell this is going to be out into the world. And so while I was building I Trust You, I simultaneously started building my social media agency, Genie TV, which allowed me to connect to amazing people, influencers, change makers all over the world. And I was learning my craft. And at the meantime, I Trust You was always there, always speaking to me with this family and community larger than I had ever experienced in any of the work that I had done, because people's lives were being transformed, because they were being the conduits for change. They were being the ones reaching out and saying, I see you, I trust you, I'm giving my trust out into the world. And, ambassadors doing the I Trust You experiments, like them influencing people in their family and their friendships. And I was like, okay, I need to find back to this. And so now finally, while thinking over the idea and feeling what it really is, I truly understand it now. So I Trust You is a movement that is solving the biggest problems in the world with the most simplest ideas. If that's depression, disconnection, suicide, road safety, we are here to come together as the biggest change makers in the world, the people that are tapped in, the people that are ready to be here and to show up and that are feeling this need of like, hey, everyone's always talking about changing the world, but who's actually doing it? Who's actually taking action? And those are the people that we're bringing together. And if that is in our apparel brand, I Trust You, where you can hug anyone you see wearing our products, if that is in our I Trust University, where we're bringing together shamans and thought leaders and just these beautiful teachers that are going to be showing us how to get closer to ourselves, how to be in a higher realm of consciousness. And we're being totally unapologetic about this. People that are in the transformational space, they're trying to make everyone feel comfortable and being like, oh, well, we're just, personal growth and this is going to make you more money. No, none of that. This is actually a movement for people to truly awaken their supernatural abilities, the magic that they have inside themselves, because you are supernatural. You are magical. You have things happening to you in your life that you can't explain, that you're like, how did this even happen? How did this person get here? How are we on the bus at the same time? And how are you sitting next to me? Whereas I've been looking for you my entire life, and these things are happening to you. And there's a reason for those things, because you have intuition and you have superpowers. And we are here to give you that space to be powerful and magical, like unapologetically. And so that's what I Trust You is about. And thank you for being here. Thank you for feeling this. Thank you for knowing that it is time for us to actually come together and rise up and love each other and to create a better future. Because at this point, we don't have another option. We are depleting our resources. We are more depressed and suicidal and stressed than ever in our lifetime. And now it is the time to actually come together and say, we can do better. We can change this. So welcome to I Trust You. This is your home, and this is